they play tonight. We're at Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierre. It's high school basketball. In boys action, the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers take on the Stanley County Buffaloes. High school basketball on Star 99 and 1060 107.1 KGFX is brought to you by Great Western Bank, Eisman Building Products, West River Telecommunications, Jensen Rock and Sand, Mobridge Regional Hospital and Clinics, Lucky's Gas and More, Doug Hile, State Farm Insurance Agent, Swanson Dental, First Dakota National Bank, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Ferding Electric, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Peer Physical Therapy and Rehab. We have the live video streaming, of course, at the Star 99 and KGFX pages at the DRG News app. Brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com. It's brought to you by Bauman Lumber and Wagner Auto. Our video scoreboard brought to you by Sioux Nation in Fort Pierre. And our in-game sponsors include Gas and Goodies, Montana Dakota Utilities, Merkel's Foods, Vision Care Associates, Becky Pottsaba State Farm Insurance, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre, CHS Midwest Cooperative, Bauman Lumber, and Wagner Auto. Vision Care Associates and Wagner Auto keep you on top of the score of tonight's game. We'll check that very often, of course. And don't forget, following the game are Merkel's Foods and Bauman Lumber player of the game. Hi, everyone. I'm David Burrow. We are glad to have you with us on Star 99 and on KGFX for what should be an interesting matchup. For Mobridge-Pollock, now 12-3 since their consecutive losses to Chamberlain and then to Dakota Valley in the NEC DAC 12 clash. They've come back with 2 straight wins. They routed Timberlake and then got by Groton area in what was a very good game Saturday afternoon in Mobridge, 53-51 to improve to their 12-3 record. Teospazzina, their only other loss. This team, of course, defeated Potter County by 29 earlier in the season. So it's a team, you look at them, and they're not very big, but you folks in Mobridge know they can get up and down the floor with the best of them. Stanley County needed exactly what they had on Saturday. They had lost 3 straight games and then had a very good effort and a 25-point victory in Wall, 68-43 over the Eagles. It was still a tight game midway through the second quarter, but then Stanley County scored the last 19 points of the first half. They were led by the 24 of Lathan Prince, who had 4 threes. They have a good post player inside, a couple of good ones in Nathan Cook, Strand Scott with a big day, and Cormac Duffy outside too. For Stanley County, trying to get things better and maybe take a run at that second spot. Of course, there's an outside shot for Mobridge-Pollock, maybe to spill the number 1 if Chamberlain stumbles down the finish, but we're going to explain all that in just a bit. This is the Becky Pottsaba State Farm pregame show. Becky Pottsaba State Farm Insurance and Pierre, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And we'll explain how it stands right now in Region 6A in boys basketball when we continue from Parkview Auditorium in 2 minutes. This is high school basketball from DRG Media Group Sports.
If you'd like to earn up to a 30% discount on your auto insurance, then here's your chance. Pottsaba State Farm has an updated version of the Drive Safe and Save app, and drivers everywhere are enjoying the rewards. Millions are now saying it, don't mess with my discount, and you will too. Just download the Drive Safe and Save app from State Farm to get started, or call Pottsaba State Farm agent's office and they'll be happy to sign you up. Call 224-4173, Pottsaba State Farm Insurance, and learn more today.
He weighs only 22 pounds. He sleeps most of the day, but he has a lot of squeaky toys. And whoo, boy, does he like to run. If your new puppy or other addition to your family has turned your starter home from cozy to cramped, it might be time to talk to a member of the First Dakota National Bank's home loan team about the competitive rates on our more room for the dog to run loans. Bank yourself at home with First Dakota, because who knew a puggle could take up so much space? Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Your cancer care should be as unique as you are. At Avera Breast Center, our team of experts create a treatment plan that will work best for your type of cancer, using the latest screening, radiation, and surgical techniques. You also have access to holistic approaches to help with side effects. and a 24/7 call center for answers to your cancer questions when you need them. Learn more at avera.org/breast or by calling 855-697-2592.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino, from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
High school basketball in Fort Pierce, Stanley County hosting Mobridge-Pollock. Region 6A boys standings look like this. Again, there are just 4 teams playing. Chamberlain number 1, 15-2. You know, they lost to Hanson Saturday to end their 12-game winning streak. 45.353 for the Cubs, who are hosting Lyman tonight. That's on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO at around 7:25. Mobridge-Pollock in second with 44. So as we say, if Chamberlain falters and Mobridge-Pollock takes advantage, still an outside shot for them maybe to be the top seed. Stanley County at 41.267, so they need some wins and need Mobridge-Pollock to falter, maybe trying to move up and get a home game. Miller is in 4th. So that's how it stands, and that's why this game is important. So is everyone left for both teams. Mobridge-Pollock 12-2 against Stanley County since the Mobridge-Pollock Co-op was formed. A 31-point win for the Tigers last year in Mobridge, 72-41 2 years ago at Parkview Auditorium. It was Stanley County winning by 19. This is the Becky Pottsapa State Farm pregame show from Fort Pierre. It's the Stanley County Buffaloes hosting the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers. And next, our keys to success. First, we'll visit with Mobridge-Pollock head coach TJ Knutson. We'll do that when we return in 2 minutes. This is high school basketball from DRG Media Group Sports.
Lower your payment with great rates from Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Now is the time to refinance your vehicle with rates as low as 2.49%, plus no payments for 90 days. The same friendly faces and customer service are at their new location, complete with convenient drive-through lane on Garfield Avenue at the Northridge Plaza. Low rates and 90 days, no payments. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
For reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work, call Ferding Electric. Ferding Electric staffs licensed, knowledgeable electricians to help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential or commercial, Ferding Electric knows how to get the job done right. Call Ferding Electric at 224-8684. Stop in at 2903 East Elizabeth, just off the truck bypass. See Ferding.com or find them on Facebook. Ferding Electric, licensed electricians, quality service, and dependable products since 1956.
Hometown spirit, nothing else comes near it. It's the kind of pride that you feel inside, the spirit of our hometown. Hometown spirit. Nothing else comes near it.
Hometown spirit. Nothing else comes near it. Owyhee Federal Credit Union. Proud to be your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
At Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierre, the Becky Pottsapa State Farm pregame. And it's the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers taking on the Stanley County Buffaloes tonight. We begin our keys to success with head coach TJ Knutson of Mobridge-Pollock. And you had what I like to call brow wiper on Saturday, but you got through it. You had a really tough one with Groton area, but maybe at this time of the year, not the worst thing at all for your team.
Yeah, I guess whatever happens, you look at it the most positive way you can. And we see a lot of good things on film, some things we need to correct. It was fun playing Groton in Mobridge on Saturday. They are a quick, fast, competitive team, and we like to play that style of basketball. And so, yeah, it was good.
The win certainly is what you wanted, and you've had tests lately playing Chamberlain, had that game with Dakota Valley. What did you learn? You always learn from any game, but what did you learn from what happened in those two games?
You know, in the Chamberlain game, we learned mainly taking care of the ball and rebounding, basic kind of things. But that Dakota Valley game, we learned that we have to play a lot faster, and every kid needs to be sprinting at all times on the floor, and there's no time for anybody jogging. And we learned a lot from going down there and playing one of the best teams in the state. And if we see Chamberlain again, I guess I'd like to beat him the second time rather than the first. So.
No doubt. Now, you talk about sprinting. Do you figure that's something that's going to be particularly important tonight, seeing what this Stanley County team did on Saturday and what was a very good win for them?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you can push the ball back and forth without turning it over and getting some easy transition points, along with some open shots in transition, and then be able to defend at full speed. That's really a big thing that we all want to make sure we get after and accomplish.
You feel, I'm sure your team has done that because you have held some opponents down this season, and I know generally you've got to be pretty happy with the way your defense has played.
Yeah, we're happy, but we know there's room for improvement as always. And, with room for improvement, I think we have a good group of seniors right now that have been playing a lot together, and defense even on our football team. I coach defense and football, and that's just that's just an everyday kind of thing. So,
TJ Knutson, the head coach of the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers, as his team comes to Fort Pierre for what should be a good one. Thank you for the time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
There's more coming up. Here on the Becky Pottsville State Farm pregame, we'll visit with Stanley County Buffalo's head coach Max Foth. More in 2 minutes. This is high school basketball from DRG Media Group Sports. It's the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers, the Stanley County Buffaloes tonight, and our keys to success now feature the head coach of the Stanley County Buffaloes, Max Both. I said at the end of the game in Wall the other day, Max, precisely what your team needed. That's what you've been wanting to see for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like we played some pretty good basketball, on the road, and we took care of the basketball. We played kind of how we wanted to play and established our own pace. And I think the biggest change for us was our defense. Our defense was engaged, and we really locked those guys down, especially the last 5 minutes before halftime to really stretch that out to an 18-point lead at half. And credit to Wall, they clawed back a little bit, but, we put it in the next gear and got after it and kind of coasted to the end of the game. So it was a good win for our boys.
Guys like me tend to simplify these things, but it just never fails. You tend to win basketball games. Your team proved that on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. We've played some really tough competition lately, and Wall's a very athletic team, and I felt they pressured us a little bit, but I think some of the games that we played leading up to that kind of helped us with that pressure, and we took care of the basketball. And like you said, we played some pretty good defense, especially at the end of that first half, and we came out of there with a good win.
With your five out there, you've got, as it was proven on Saturday, you got four guys who can score. You had four guys in double figures. When they're all on like that, and they were all on Saturday, you feel like you can have a pretty tough ball club, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things that, the more guys we get in double figures, the better team we are. It makes us harder and harder to stop. We know most of the teams that see us and scout us, they're going to try to slow down Lathan and try to slow down Nathan. And we're going to have other guys step up. And, we had Cormac come and get into double figures. And Strand, Scott was very efficient in the paint. And, we're going to need both those guys to play well tonight to get a close ball game and try to sneak out of here with a win.
You're going to play Max Foth, the head coach of the Stanley County Buffaloes, as his team gets ready to take on the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers here in Fort Pierre at Parkview Auditorium. Our starting lineups now, let's go through them right away. It's the Gas and Goodies starting lineup. First for the visiting Mobridge-Pollock Tigers. Bryston Gehring, a 6'1 senior, 13 points, 4 rebounds a game, also averages 3 assists and 4 steals. Braden Gehring also starts, a 5'8 senior, also at 13 points a game, 3 assists, 3 steals. Also in the starting lineup for the Tigers is Zane Reinert. He's a 6' senior, a 10-point-a-game scorer. Also Caden Eisenman, a 5'11 senior, 11 points a game. So 4 double-figure average scorers on this team. And Trace Cerny, the 5'11 senior, at 5 points and 4 rebounds per game. For head coach T.J. Knutson, his assistants Trey Frederick and Jim Cerny. For the Stanley County Buffaloes, Cormac Duffy, a 6'1 junior. Cormac coming off a good game on Saturday when he scored 11 in the victory in Wall. Also starting for Stanley County is Dason Titsey, the 5'11 junior point guard. Strand Scott in the post, the 6'5 junior, 13 points for Strand against Wall on Saturday. Nathan Cook, the 6'3 senior, 16 points, 6 rebounds. He's had some big rebounding games. And Lathan Prince, the 6'1 junior, he's the shooter from the wing, 4 threes, 24 points against Wall on Saturday. For head coach Max Foth, in his 6th season as head coach of the Buffaloes with a record of 60 and 63 as assistant is Damon Hofteser. Now, here's the law on the court, and it's brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. We'll introduce tonight's officials to you when we return to Fort Pierre in 30 seconds. This is high school basketball from DRG Media Group. We're back in 30.
With more and more people being at home, chances are you'll access a social media site to stay in touch with family and friends. Before you do this, please check your privacy settings to ensure you're being the safest you can be. For step-by-step instructions on how to check and change your privacy settings for Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and the like, go to consumer.sd.gov. With questions, contact South Dakota Consumer Protection Division, 1-800-300-1986, or email consumerhelp@state.sd.us.
And the officials for this evening's game are Brad Edinburn, Jim Fugate, and Louis Holfer. Thank you, gentlemen. The Law on the Court is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. Well, that's our Becky Potts of a State Farm pregame. We're about ready for what should be a pretty good basketball game tonight here in Fort Pierre at Parkview Auditorium as the Stanley County Buffaloes take on the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers, and we're glad to have you with us here on Star 99 and on KGFX. Same story on Thursday when the girls' teams from these schools meet in Mobridge. Andy Shoemaker will call the action that night, and it'll be around 7:20. But boys' action tonight. We'll have it for you in 2 minutes, so stay tuned. This is high school basketball from DRG Media Group Sports.
It's pretty obvious the world is moving faster than ever, and that means my health sometimes takes a back seat. Pressing pause on life to call for an appointment, shuffle my afternoon schedule, drive across town for a doctor's appointment sometimes feels impossible. My day just got better because I'm feeling better with the help of Avera Now. I can use my mobile device or computer for an online video visit that allows me to see a provider for urgent care conditions 24/7. Technology that fits my life with the quality healthcare of Avera. Learn how to begin at avera.org/now.
For reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work, call Ferding Electric. Ferding Electric staffs licensed, knowledgeable electricians to help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential or commercial, Ferding Electric knows how to get the job done right. Call Ferding Electric at 224-8684. Stop in at 2903 East Elizabeth, just off the truck bypass. See Ferding.com or find them on Facebook. Ferding Electric, licensed electricians, quality service, and dependable products since 1956.
Hometown spirit, nothing else comes near it. It's the kind of pride that you feel inside, the spirit of our hometown. Hometown spirit, nothing else comes near it.
Hometown spirit. Nothing else comes near it. Owyhee Federal Credit Union. Proud to be your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome to Lynn's Dakota Mart. Check out their selection in the meat, produce, deli department, and hardware, as well as the rest of the store. The freshest and best quality in the area. Don't see what you need? Just ask. The friendly staff is more than happy to help in any way possible. For any gathering, large or small, Lynn's Dakota Mart is there for you. Special orders and requests too. Smart grocery shopping takes a little TLC. Lynn's Dakota Mart. Thrifty, local, and convenient.
Glad to have you with us from one end of central South Dakota to the other on this Tuesday evening for high school basketball as the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers meet the Stanley County Buffaloes on Star 99 and on KGFX. I am David Burrow, and we are glad to have you with us. Our studio coordinators are Heather Williams in Pierre and Mary Schreier in Mobridge. Starting lineups being introduced right now. Mobridge-Pollock in their road black uniforms. Of course, black and orange, the school colors for the Tigers. White numerals and letters in orange trim, orange piping on the side. Tigers above a block print number in the front. The back. Stanley County is wearing their home white uniforms with gold numerals and letters in purple trim. Stanley above the number in block script, County below the number, a block print number on the front and a big block print number on the back. Purple piping with Buffs written in gold on the side. Almost time for our opening tip, which is brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities, in the community to serve, and Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre. So the potential for an interesting matchup. I think Stanley County goes in knowing they'll have to be sharp again against a Mobridge-Pollock team that can play some good defense. And you heard TJ Knutson say they learned pretty good lesson from especially that loss to Dakota Valley. And a tight one with Chamberlain. They only lost to the Cubs by 4. But then came the game against Dakota Valley, and that's where TJ Knutson said maybe a little bit of a wake-up call. Since then, they've beaten Timberlake, and they had the tough win on Saturday over Groton area. Potential for a really good one here tonight. For Mobridge-Pollock, Bryson Gehring, Braden Gehring, Zane Reinert, Caden Eisenman, and Trace Cerny. And for Stanley County, it's Cormac, Duffy, Dason, Titsy, Strand, Scott, Nathan Cook, and Lathan Prince. Bryson Gehring will jump for Mobridge-Pollock, Nathan Cook for Stanley County. If you're watching us on our video stream at the Star 99 and KGFX pages, at the DRG News app or at drgnews.com, Stanley County in white, they'll shoot to your right in this first half. Mobridge-Pollock in the black and orange, they'll shoot to your left. So we're ready, and we hope you enjoy the action from Fort Pierre, the ball in the air, tipped by Bryston back to Braden Gehring, and Mobridge-Pollock with the first possession of this Tuesday evening, and what could be the first of two quick meetings between these teams. We'll see how it all works out. Braden Gehring back to Bryston Gehring between the rings. Eisenman left of the half circle to Cerny on the left wing. Mobridge-Pollock down to 15 to shoot on their first possession. A right wing three by Eisenman is just off the rim, and the rebound brought down by Strand Scott. See if Stanley County wants to push it here. They go right inside to Strand Scott from Titsy, but it's off the rim. And Bryston Gehring with a rebound. A good setup, but Strand Scott couldn't make the shot fall. It is Bryston Gehring right at a half circle. He hits from 18 for the first 2 points of the game, and Mobridge-Pollock is on top 50 seconds in. 2-0, Mobridge-Pollock leading. Whip down floor to break the pressure. Scott, left baseline, now hands it to Prince. Back inside to Scott, but the ball stripped away from him, and Reinert comes out of there with it for Mobridge-Pollock. Then it's deflected and taken away by Stanley County. Cormac Duffy to Dason Titsy into the front court. Titsy being guarded by Eisenman. Left wing for Duffy. 6:42 in the first quarter. Still only the bucket by Bryston Gehring. It's 2-0 for Mobridge-Pollock. Lobbed in the left wing for Titsy. Baseline for a cut. Blocked from behind on Prince's attempt, but the follow is good by Strand Scott. Bryston Gehring got a hand on the first shot by Prince, but Strand Scott there to put it in, and the game's tied at 2 with 6:22 left first quarter. Reinert left wing to Braden Gehring. Out front to Eisenman. Right wing, it's Zane Reinert again. Bring it on the left side for Eisenman against Stanley County. They normally play zone, and they do here. Right wing, here's a three by Eisenman, and it rippled the net but missed and loosened the floor. It's a dual possession, and the arrow points to Stanley County. So a couple of threes tried by Mobridge-Pollock. They've missed them both. They have the one jumper by Gehring. Strand Scott with the points for Stanley County. 2 minutes in, it's tied at 2. Pass into the right corner, didn't make it. Trey Cerny with a good interception and brings it down floor to Eisenman. He's cut off by a double team. Cerny left wing inside the arc, hands it back out front to Reiner, and the offense resets. And Mobridge-Pollock again taking their time, down to 15 to shoot again for the Tigers on this possession. And it's a good move, drive to the right baseline by Zane Reiner, and he lays it in. And Mobridge-Pollock regains the lead at 4-2, 5:24 left in the first quarter. And you certainly get the impression that Mobridge-Pollock wants the pace of this game to be slower than Stanley County would, at least so far. Cormac Duffy for Stanley County, right wing for Cook. He lobs it for Duffy, now on the left baseline. Turns around, but Cerny is there, so he hands it to Prince in the left corner, and it's knocked out of bounds by Braden Gehring of Mobridge-Pollock. 5:06 left in the first quarter. Two coaches who are good friends. Max Foth of Stanley County, TJ Knutson of Mobridge-Pollock. Both good football coaches, too. Here's a jumper outside by Prince. It's a three. It misses, and it's knocked out of bounds by Stanley County. It'll be Mobridge-Pollock basketball. There's the first three that Mobridge-Pollock, or Stanley County, I should say, has tried in this game. They hit 5 in that victory in Wall on Saturday, with Prince making 4 of them. 4-2 Mobridge-Pollock, 4:54 first quarter. Bryston Gehring on the right wing for Cerny. Down low to Reiner. Turns around on the left baseline and banks it in from 5 feet. And Zane Reinert has 2 buckets. And Mobridge-Pollock has opened up a 4-point lead at 6-2, 4:38 first quarter. Titsy against pressure. Threw it too hard for Strand Scott and out of bounds. And Stanley County has turnover number 3. And now Stanley County brings in Evan Nordstrom, a 5'11 junior, and Gavin Irving, a 5'10 junior. So 3 turnovers have hampered Stanley County so far. Mobridge-Pollock, meanwhile, 3 for 5 shooting to start this game with a 6-2 lead, 3.5 minutes gone. Reinert up top for Bryston Gehring, left wing for Braden Gehring, for an Eisenman left wing drive that's cut off on the baseline, but it is a pass down low for Cerny, but it's blocked. Cormac Duffy able to block it down, then gain the rebound. And Stanley County trying to cut into a 4-point Mobridge-Pollock lead. Up top it is Evan Nordstrom. With a lob for Nathan Cook, trying to bat it away, Instead, fouling Cook is Zane Reinert, and there, 4 minutes and a second into the game, is the first foul of the game on Mobridge-Pollock's Zane Reinert. 6-2 Mobridge-Pollock, 3:59 first quarter. Duffy at the bucket to our right, left baseline, brings it out front to Prince. Back to Duffy, lob right baseline. Cook through a double team, counter with a foul. Nathan Cook with a strong move. The defenders both there late. It's 6-4 for Mobridge-Pollock, as Cook has his first bucket of the game, and he draws the second foul on Zane Reinert. So maybe an important play there, and Nathan Cook will try to complete the three-point play at the line, and he's good. Cutting the Mobridge-Pollock lead to 6-5. 3:52 left in the first quarter. Bryson Gehring sees some double-team pressure, hands it to Reinert. Zane's into the front court now, drives to the left baseline, back out front to Bryson Gehring, right wing to Braden Gehring, right of the lane with a baseline drive. Good move, and he draws a foul, and he'll have 2 free throws. After he was held by Stanley County's Gavin Irving, that's the first foul on the Buffaloes. So it's Braden Gehring at the foul line for Mobridge-Pollock. He's a 65% foul shooter, and the first is good. 7-5 Mobridge-Pollock in front as the Tigers bring in Caleb McCollum, a 6'4 junior, averages a point and a couple of rebounds a game. And there's one more here. That's good for Braden Gehring. He hit them both and extends the Mobridge-Pollock lead to 8-5, 3:37 left in the first quarter. Pressure by the Tigers, but Stanley County's in the front court now with Irving on the left wing for Cormac Duffy. Cormac brings it on the right side to Nordstrom. Good spin moves, drives, and had it knocked away out of his hands by Caleb McCollum as he tried an entry pass. It'll stay with Stanley County with 19 to shoot and 3:24 left in the first quarter. Lathan Prince, that is, will trigger the inbound. He brings it out to Cormac Duffy. Maybe that's what I meant. In the half circle, Cormac lobs it for Evan Nordstrom. Back out to Duffy. Eisman out there to guard him. Man-to-man D here by Mobridge-Pollock. Prince with 4 to shoot. 3-2. Right wing Duffy 3 at the shot clock buzzer. Misses. The follow misses by Cook. Nordstrom had a held ball on the rebound and give it to Mobridge-Pollock. Well, the shot clock was on the back there. One offensive board, but it wouldn't go, and now Mobridge-Pollock has it back with 2:57 in the first quarter. Mobridge-Pollock 8, Stanley County 5. Bryson Gehring, left wing, Braden Gehring. Here comes a 3, and it's short off the left rim with Lathan Prince bringing the rebound in for Stanley County. His first entry on the stat sheet, but then coming down floor, Stanley County turns it over for the 4th time. Cerny out front. He's in the half circle for Caden Eisenman. Stops at the foul line, looks for someone open. Out to Braden Gehring, top of the right wing, directs traffic, gives it to Eisenman. Offense reset. Again down to 15 seconds to shoot for Mobridge-Pollock and 2:22 in the quarter. Cerny down low, reversed by McCollum, but he was too far under the rim and missed it. And Cormac Duffy with a rebound for Stanley County, and then it's thrown away again. Steal by Mobridge-Pollock, the 5th turnover by Stanley County. Inside the arc, an 18-footer is missing by Bryson Gehring. And the rebound to Prince, thrown down floor, but dropped again. And the turnover bug has bitten Stanley County early on. They now have 6 of them in this first quarter, which has 1:50 left. Mobridge-Pollock with the ball on an 8-5 lead. Bryson Gehring on left wing, outside the arc. Counts on him, he hands it to Braden Gehring. Nearly lost the ball, somehow able to keep that dribble. Down to 13 on the shot clock. And now Bryson Gehring is bumped by Gavin Irving. And that's 2 on Gavin. He has both Stanley County fouls. 1:36 left first quarter. Irving out, Strand Scott back in. Dason Titsey also back in for Stanley County. Game's been tied once. Mobridge-Pollock has led otherwise since the scoring began. 90 seconds right now left in the first quarter. 8-5 Mobridge-Pollock in front. And with the game seemingly at their pace, Gavin Reinert is coming to the game for Mobridge-Pollock, and he has the ball now, right of the half circle, right corner, Cerny, right of the lane, down to 15 to shoot. Left wing pass for Braden Gehring, hands it up top for Bryston Gehring. 10 on the shot clock, right wing 3 by Gavin Reinert is missing, and a foul on the rebound, which was taken by Strand Scott, but reaching in was Kalen McCollum for Mobridge-Pollock's third team foul and the first on Calum. Now just 3 of 10 shooting for Mobridge-Pollock, but they have maintained the lead. Stanley County just 2 of 7 from the floor in this first quarter, which has 1:03 left. 8-5, Mobridge-Pollock leads. Stanley County with the ball. Scott back to Lathan Prince, guarded by Bryston Gehring. He dumps it on the right baseline for Titsy, but threw it over the rim. Scott the follow, and that is left short. And it's McCollum with the rebound. So again, 2 more chances down low for Stanley County, and neither go in. Instead, on the other end, it is Cerny with a left baseline drive, and Trace has his first 2. 34 seconds in the first. 10-5, Mobridge-Pollock now in front. Titsy takes the pass from Prince, lobs it on the right wing, front court for Cook. Left wing Prince. Here's a 3 for Lathan. It's off the back iron, but Titsy gains the wrong rebound with 19 seconds, and then a foul as Titsy is knocked to the floor. It's on Bryston Gehring of Mobridge-Pollock, his first and the 4th Tiger team foul. Cormac Duffy back into the game for Stanley County. 18.8. Stanley County inbounds on the left baseline at the bucket just below us. We're in our normal position at the corner here at Parkview Auditorium. Out front to Duffy, directs traffic down to 15 seconds. Right wing Scott way out on that wing, an unusual place for him to be. Down low for Cook, but the ball is stolen away. Good play by Gavin Reinert to lead to another turnover. 5 seconds and 4, but Mobridge-Pollock throws the pass too far and out of bounds. Just their second turnover. So Stanley County with it back with 4.9 as Nathan Cook will come out. Tane Bowman comes in for Stanley County. Dason Titsy out and Andrew Fredrickson in for these last 4.9 seconds. So Stanley County must come full court. They're down 5. Back to Duffy as he at the closing foul line. Nordstrom will heave it up from half court, but it's short. At the end of 1 quarter of play on the Vision Care Associates and Wegner Auto scoreboard, it's Mobridge-Pollock 10, Stanley County 5. Wegner Auto, the one place to go. That Blizzard sale is very close at hand. Stay tuned for the second quarter from Fort Pierre. Back in 1 minute as high school basketball continues from DRG Media Group Sports.
Hi, this is Dr. John Rounds of Peer Physical Therapy and Rehab. I want to thank the community for a successful opening of our private practice physical therapy clinic in 2020. We want to help you reach your goals in 2021. Back pain, knee pain, shoulder pain? No problem. Give me a call at 494-0257 so we can help get you back in motion. Medicare and most major insurance is accepted. Remember, you have a choice where you get your physical therapy, so choose Peer PT.
He weighs only 22 pounds. He sleeps most of the day, but he has a lot of squeaky toys. And whoo boy does he like to run. If your new puppy or other addition to your family has turned your starter home from cozy to cramped, it might be time to talk to a member of the First Dakota National Bank's home loan team about the competitive rates on our More Room for the Dog to Run loans. Bank yourself at home with First Dakota, because who knew a puggle could take up so much space? Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The second quarter begins in Fort Pierre with Mobridge-Pollock leading Stanley County by a score of 10-5. Stanley County's basketball. Dason Titsy, left wing, drives to the lane, right baseline. Cook for a layup. Second bucket for Nathan Cook. He has 5. Mobridge-Pollock's lead now at 10-7. 20 seconds gone in the second quarter. Zane Reinert with a right baseline drive, an open path, and he lays it in. Up to 6 for Zane Reinert. Mobridge-Pollock by 5 again at 12-7. Cook on the right baseline for Titsy for Stanley County on the right wing. Up top for Lathan Prince. 5 of 12 shooting now for Mobridge-Pollock, just 3 of 12 for Stanley County. Titsy dropped the ball. There's another turnover. Number 8 on Stanley County. And Gavin Reinert in the front court for Mobridge-Pollock. Up top for Ashton Fitzer, who has entered the game to begin the second quarter for Mobridge-Pollock. Tigers with a bounce in the lane. Zane Reiner to Gavin for a 3 on the right side, missing, but Caden Eisenman has an offensive rebound for Mobridge-Pollock. They still haven't hit a 3 yet. They're 0 for 5, but they're up 5 points. Zane Reiner, turnaround in the lane, up, dropped the ball. Out of bounds. It's a turnover, and it's Stanley County basketball. Just the third turnover on Mobridge-Pollock. Rebounding advantage to Stanley County so far, 10-5, but it's the 5-point lead for Mobridge-Pollock. 12-7, trying to win for the 13th time in the last 15 meetings between these schools. Jason Titsey for Stanley County. Left wing, it is Prince. Dishes it back out front to Cook. Right lane line, nearly lost the ball. Did lose the ball. Gavin Reinert is able to take it away from Mobridge-Pollock and into the front court. Out front for Zane Reinert. That's 9 Stanley County turnovers now. Eisenman, right wing, Bryston Gehring. Here comes a 3. This one didn't fall either, and Lathan Prince has the rebound for Stanley County. Mobridge-Pollock 0 of 6 now on 3s. Prince with 6:03 left in the first half. Stanley County still down 5, although they've really struggled shooting. Only 3 field goals so far. Duffy directs traffic. Gives it to Cook on the left wing outside the arc. Brings it on the right wing to Duffy. Tries a right baseline drive. Runs over Fitzer and is called for an offensive foul. Great position by Ashton Fitzer to draw Duffy's first foul. The third team foul on Stanley County, and another turnover. That's number 10. Braden Gehring in for Bryston Gehring for Mobridge-Pollock. Let's set the Tiger 5 here. Braden Gehring, Gavin Reinert, along with Zane Reinert, Caden Eisenman, and Ashton Fitzer. Mobridge-Pollock in the front court and with a 5-point lead. Left wing, it is Fitzer. Stops left of the lane. Right wing for Braden Gehring. Comes back left side for Zane Reinert. His left baseline drive is no good. Nearly went in, but he's fouled by Lathan Prince of Stanley County, the first on the junior. And team foul number 4. So Zane Reinert is at the line for the first time. Just a 51% foul shooter, but nothing but net in the first one. And Mobridge-Pollock has their longest lead now at 6, at 13-7 with 5:32 to play in the first half. One more for Zane Reinert. Well, this one misses, and Strand Scott brings the rebound in for Stanley County. And the Buffaloes trying to work out the shooting and work out the turnovers. They're in double digits in turnovers already. Cook took the pass from Prince. Right baseline drive, good for Nathan, and he now has 7. 13-9 Mobridge-Pollock, 5:10 to go in the first half. Left wing, 3 by Fitzer is good. Ashton Fitzer has the first made 3 of the game for Mobridge-Pollock after they'd missed their first 6, and it's 16-9 Mobridge-Pollock. The Tiger lead is 7 over Stanley County. 4:55 in the first half. Cook, right wing for Duffy. Nearly lost it, but Cormac's able to hang on to the basketball. Guarded by Gavin Reinert. Out front to Titsey. Lob too far for Scott. Out of bounds. Another turnover on Stanley County. As Trey Cerny's back in for Mobridge-Pollock. And both Evan Nordstrom and Gavin Irving are back for Stanley County. And you folks who follow the Buffaloes listening on KGFX know this is the sort of problems that they had in their losing streak. Turning the ball over too much. Way too much. And not taking the best shots either. Braden Gehring for Mobridge-Pollock. Right wing for Ashton Fitzer in a double team. He's lost his dribble. He throws the ball away. It's Lathan Prince driving for a layup and scores. There's the first 2 of the game for Lathan Prince after 24 for him on Saturday. 16-11 Mobridge-Pollock. 4:15 left in the first half. Braden Gehring tossed it out front for Eisenman. Caden with a drive into the lane. Rolls in on the layup. Or Zane Reinert, I should say. Pardon me. Reinert had it. Zane Reinert's up to 9 now. Leads all scorers. And the Mobridge-Pollock lead again at 7 at 18-11 with 3:54 left in the first half. And it is Prince on the right side, and reaching in and bumping him is Braden Gehring of Mobridge-Pollock. That's his first and the 5th Tiger team foul. Ashton Fitzer out. Bryston Gehring back in for head coach T.J. Knutson's team with a record of 12-3. Nordstrom into Prince for Stanley County, or for Duffy, I should say. 3:45 left in the first half. Right wing for Nordstrom again. Man-to-man D here by Mobridge-Pollock. Duffy outside the arc, right wing. Here's a three by Gavin Irving. That's good. Gavin Irving, there's the first made three in the game for Stanley County, cutting the Mobridge-Pollock lead to 18-14, 3:25 in the half. Right wing three. This one misses by Eisenman, but an offensive board by Trace Cerny, who's back into the game. And a travel is called here on Zane Reinert, as good defense was able to stop him on the left baseline. So Stanley County with it back after a timeout. 3:16 left in the first half. It's a Mobridge-Pollock 30-second timeout. We'll take 30 as well. Mobridge-Pollock leads Stanley County 18-14. Back in 30 seconds as high school basketball continues from DRG Media Group Sports.
You have a lot of expenses to juggle as a business owner. Worrying about health insurance for your employees shouldn't be one. Avera Health Plans could save your business up to 30% on health insurance costs without compromising your employees' benefits. You get access to a large network of providers and specialists, as well as 24/7 virtual provider visits with Avera Now. Now that's a deal. We make getting a quote and switching employer plans easy. Call your agent or get a quote at averahealthplans.com/save.
By the way, I know you weren't expecting us for about another half hour or so, but no JV game tonight. That's why the action started early. It began at 6:30, and that's why we're in the second quarter already. 18-14 Mobridge-Pollock, but it's Stanley County ball. 3:10 left in the first half. The game at Mobridge-Pollock's pace. They've tried to slow it down pretty often here. Duffy hands it for Nordstrom. Right wing for Lathan Prince for Stanley County. Lob in the lane for Cook. Left wing Irving tries another three, but it misses. Duffy, however, is able to bring down an offensive board for Stanley County. On the left baseline, ball fake by Nordstrom, but then he misses, and the rebound for Caden Eisenman for Mobridge-Pollock. And with 2:35 left in the half, they make a move inside with Cerny on the left baseline. Missing, and Cerny, whoa, what a play! He's able to tap the rebound to Gehring. Excellent play there. Keeps it in Mobridge-Pollock's possession and leads to a layup try by Reinert, and Zane is fouled. Oh boy, the hustle there by Trace Cerny. That kept it with Mobridge-Pollock, and it's foul number 3 on Gavin Irving. He has 3 of the 5 fouls on Stanley County. And Reinert, who split a pair of free throws earlier, hits the first here. And Irving out, and Dason Titsey back in. Now 19-14, Mobridge-Pollock with a 5-point lead, and 2:22 left in the first half. Second one, that misses, and Cormac Duffy picks up the rebound. Stanley County down 5, although they're shooting just 35%. Duffy back out to Cook and to Duffy on the right wing for Prince. Open for a 3, rims the basket. Rebounded by Zane Reinert. Mobridge-Pollock wants to push it, at least push it down floor, but they hold up and go into their half-court game again. Cerny on the right wing for Braden Gehring, 1:54 in the half. Eisenman inside the arc on right wing. Hands it again for Zane Reinert. And a good entry pass. Brings it back out now to Reinert. Down to 12 to shoot for Mobridge-Pollock. A patient team. Eisenman for a Cerny drive, and he put it in. Moved right past Nathan Cook on a good left baseline drive, his second bucket. 21-14 Mobridge-Pollock. They've equaled their longest lead at 7. 1:28 left in the first half. Cormac Duffy for Stanley County for Cook on the right baseline. Lobs it for Titsey inside the arc on left wing. Turnaround spin. Wild shot, one nearly went in. Trying to grab the rebound is Cook. Battle for it there. It is Cook who ends up with it and goes back up and missed. Oh boy. And Cerny the rebound. After all that work, the follow wouldn't go for Cook. And on the other end, it's Zane Reinert hitting a layup, and he is up to 12 points. And Stanley County down 9 as Mobridge-Pollock has the lead, and now a foul is called on Bryson Gehring as Stanley County is their next possession. He's not amused by that. That's his second, team foul number 6. We're down to a minute left in the first half. As Gavin Reinert's back in for Mobridge-Pollock, who now has their longest lead at 9 at 23-14. Prince for Stanley County. Starting to shoot a little bit better, and the turnovers have been down at least in the last few minutes, but they're in a hole. Duffy with a right baseline drive, and Cormack puts it in. His first two, 23-18 Mobridge-Pollock. 38 seconds left in the first half here in Fort Pierre at Parkview Auditorium. In the right corner, Gavin Reinert. 6 more seconds on the game clock than shot clock. The game clock right now says 26. Eisenman out front in the lane with a right baseline drive that misses. Cerny trying to grab the rebound. Loose dual possession, and that'll keep it with Mobridge-Pollock. So they'll have it as the ball did not hit the rim. The shot clock still on. 13 to shoot. 19.4 left in the half. Cerny with a lob out front to Braden Gehring. 15 on the game clock, 9 on the shot clock as Gehring is on the arc on right wing. Defended well, 4 to shoot, 2 to shoot as Gehring brings it out front to Cerny. They're not going to get a shot away. It's a 35-second violation. Just the 5th turnover on Mobridge-Pollock. Good D there by Stanley County, who will have it back with 5.5 seconds left in the half from their own end of the court, quarter court. So they have to come 3/4 of the way. Long pass by Titsy to Cook, touches it to Prince. 3 seconds, a left wing three is good. Or Duffy, I should say, not Prince, for the last points of the half. So now the lead is 4 for Mobridge-Pollock at the half. Thanks to Duffy's 3, he has 5 points. But Mobridge-Pollock, with the pace of the game really how they wanted it in this first half, and our halftime score on the Vision Care Associates and Wagner Auto scoreboard, Mobridge-Pollock 23, Stanley County 19. Wagner Auto is South Dakota's oldest auto dealer in Pierre since 1907. That blizzard sale a week from Saturday and maybe a couple days before that too. Hey, stick around for our CHS Midwest Cooperative halftime report. We'll look at first half numbers from this game, and we may take a look at other action too. We'll do that when we return to Fort Pierre in 2 minutes. This is high school basketball from DRG Media Group Sports.
Now, we don't have to tell you that farming gets more complicated every year, but what we can do is bring you Allegiant Seed from CHS Midwest Cooperative. Allegiant brings you leading traits that fits your farm plan perfectly. These are proven farm solutions made simple. And because Allegiant comes from a trusted team that knows your land, choosing Allegiant Seed might just be the simplest decision you make all season. For more information on Allegiant Seed, contact your local CHS Midwest Cooperative today.
Lower your payment with great rates from Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Now is the time to refinance your vehicle with rates as low as 2.49%, plus no payments for 90 days. The same friendly faces and customer service are at their new location, complete with convenient drive-through lane on Garfield Avenue at the Northridge Plaza. Low rates and 90 days, no payments. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Is your truck or fleet insurance a one-size-fits-all approach? The commercial line agents at Fisher Rounds & Associates know that each company fleet, owner-operator, or ag producer has unique coverage needs. We understand all the risks and liabilities, so we can create a customized policy that ensures you are fully covered. We're at your service, at your side. Fisher Rounds & Associates, serving your truck insurance needs with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Rapid City, Sioux Falls, and Watertown.
For reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work, call Ferding Electric. Ferding Electric staffs licensed, knowledgeable electricians to help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential or commercial, Ferding Electric knows how to get the job done right. Call Ferding Electric at 224-8684. Stop in at 2903 East Elizabeth, just off the truck bypass. See Ferding.com or find them on Facebook. Ferding Electric, licensed electricians, quality service, and dependable products since 1956.
Halftime in Fort Pierre at Parkview Auditorium at a game that is still tight even though Mobridge-Pollock has really had the pace the way they've wanted. They've led by as many as 7 on a couple of occasions, but right now their lead is 4 at the half over Stanley County. It's 23-19. Mobridge-Pollock leading Stanley County in boys action tonight, and this is the CHS Midwest Cooperative Halftime Report. I'm David Burrow. Our studio coordinators are Heather Williams in Pierre and Mary Schreier in Mobridge, and we're glad to have you with us. And driven by the Office of Highway Safety, Star 99, KOLY FM Mobridge, and 1060 KGFX Pierre, rebroadcasting on K296FI 107.1 Fort Pierre. Don't text and drive, stay alive. Well, in the first half, Mobridge-Pollock with a big half from Zane Reinert. He led the way for the Tigers with 12 points. Trace Cerny had 4 for Mobridge-Pollock. Ashton Fitzer with 3 on one big three-pointer. Bryston Gehring and Braden Gehring each scored 2. For Stanley County, Nathan Cook led the way with 7. 5 points for Cormac Duffy, that 3 at the end of the half for his last 3. Cormac also had 4 rebounds. Gavin Irving had 3 points. Strand Scott with 2. He did have 5 rebounds too. And Lathan Prince held to just 2 points in the first half of this game. Mobridge-Pollock, 43% shooting on 9 of 21. They were 1 of 8 on threes and 4 of 6 at the line. Stanley County, 38% on 8 of 21. They hit 2 threes out of 8. Got to the foul line only once. That was by Nathan Cook, and he made that. You can imagine that Max Foth may be stressing to his team, see if we can get to the foul line a little more in the second half, guys. Rebounding advantage for Stanley County, 15-11, but what has hurt Stanley County, and one of the reasons they've never led in this game, turnovers. They've committed 11. Mobridge-Pollock has committed 5. The game was tied once early on, but since the scoring started otherwise, it's been Mobridge-Pollock in front. Their longest lead, as we say, 7. It is right now 4 at the half by a margin of 23-19. Let's look at what other action we can find for you. It's fairly early, of course, on this Tuesday evening. In girls action in Pierre, another game that's been added to the Governor's schedule. The Governor's leading Lakota Tech. The first-year program is having a terrific year, although they do have to play all of their games on the road. That's kind of tough. But Pierre on top, 47-32. 2 minutes left in the third quarter of that game. And Brian Oakland has that action on the official voice of the Pierre Governors River 92.7. We want to let you know that on Thursday night, the girls' teams from Stanley County and Mobridge-Pollock will meet in Mobridge, and Andy Shoemaker will have that action for you on Star 99 and on KGFX around 7:20 on Thursday evening. And that'll be it for the regular season, because it'll be time for the playoffs to get going next week. And again, our indication, the best indication we have is same story, Region 6A. We told you in the pregame, only 4 teams playing. And the indication we've been given is that most likely a week from Thursday is when those girls' games to determine the spots in the SODAC 16 will be held. So Stanley County and Mobridge-Pollock will wrap up their regular seasons on Thursday night in Mobridge. Again, that'll be on Star 99 and on KGFX at around 7:20. Well, what's left for both of these boys' teams? Well, quite a bit still. For Mobridge-Pollock, they've got a tough one on Friday night. In fact, it's a varsity doubleheader for Mobridge-Pollock as they'll go to Winter. And I can tell you, having seen those Warrior teams just this past Friday, they'll have their hands full. That'll be at 6 o'clock, and Andy will have that one from Winter on Friday night on Star 99. And then for the Tiger boys, their final home game is Monday, and that'll be against Lower Brule in Mobridge. And then they will head to Belle Fourche to end the regular season. And that will be a week from Friday, and of course, all of that action on Star 99. For the Buffaloes, they still have 3 games to go after this evening on the boys' side. They go to Langford area, and that'll be on Friday night. They'll host the Miller Rustlers here at Parkview Auditorium on Monday, and we'll have that game on KGFX at around 7:25. And then the regular season will end for the Buffalo boys a week from Thursday against North Central in Bowdle. So still some maneuvering to get done. And again, Mobridge-Pollock hoping for a Chamberlain falter and a chance maybe to take over that top spot and Stanley County really needing wins and Mobridge-Pollock to falter to try to make a run at that second spot in Region 6 in Class A. So an important second half coming up here for both of these teams. That's the CHS Midwest Cooperative halftime report on our halftime score here in Fort Pierre. Mobridge-Pollock 23, Stanley County 19. Start of the second half comes your way when we return to Fort Pierre in 1 minute. This is high school basketball from DRG Media Group Sports.
Nothing else comes near it. It's the kind of pride that you feel inside, the spirit of our hometown. Hometown spirit. Nothing else comes near it.
Hometown spirit. Nothing else comes near it. Owyhee Federal Credit Union. Proud to be your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Dr. John Rounds of Peer Physical Therapy and Rehab. I want to thank the community for a successful opening of our private practice physical therapy clinic in 2020. We want to help you reach your goals in 2021. Back pain, knee pain, shoulder pain? No problem. Give me a call at 494-0257 so we can help get you back in motion. Medicare and most major insurance is accepted. Remember, you have a choice where you get your physical therapy, so choose Peer PT.
The second half just ahead here at Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierre. Good one so far. Stanley County, despite their turnover problems, staying tight. Mobridge-Pollock leading 23-19 over Stanley County. I'm David Burrow, and it's great to have you with us on this Tuesday evening. What day is it, David? Tuesday evening. On Star 99 and on KGFX. And, of course, with the live video, it'll be archived too at the Star 99 and KGFX pages of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo. Download it if you haven't yet, by the way. It's terrific at the App Store or at Google Play and at drgnews.com. Stanley County back on the floor with their starting five of Cormac Duffy, Dason Titsey, Strand Scott, Nathan Cook, and Lathan Prince. And it's the starting five back out there too for Mobridge-Pollock of Bryston Gehring, Braden Gehring, Zane Reiner, Caden Eisman, and Trace Cerny. The arrow points to Stanley County, so the home team has the ball to start the second half. It's Titsey into Prince, the start of the second half, brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities and Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre. A lob from Scott to Cook, but he missed the little baseline jumper, and Trace Cerny rebounds for Mobridge-Pollock, and all the way to the hole is Braden Gehring, and he's fouled. Well, they didn't slow down the possession that time as Braden saw a path on the right baseline and drew the foul on Lathan Prince. That's his second, of course, the first team foul of the second half. Braden Gehring with 2 tonight. He had a couple of free throws early on in the game, but misses this one. Mobridge-Pollock now 4 out of 7 at the foul line, looking for win number 3 in a row. They're up 4. 23-19. One more for Braden. He's good. 24-19, Mobridge-Pollock now by 5. Their longest lead, 7. We have 25 seconds gone in the third quarter. Cormac Duffy for Stanley County. Now at the basket to our left if you're viewing it online, or even if you're not. Lathan Prince outside the arc. Right baseline drive. Fouled as he drove. I believe it was Cerny that hacked him from behind. Yes. Traces first. And the first team foul, and Lathan Prince, with only the 1 bucket tonight, has 2 free throws here. He hit it. He's had some 20-point games. He had 20 against Lower Brule about 2.5 weeks ago, 24 in the game at Wall on Saturday. 24-20 is now the Mobridge-Pollock lead with 7:24 left in the third. One more for Lathan Prince. He hit that one too, and it's down to a 3-point game. 24-21 Tigers over Buffaloes. 7:20 in the third. And not ready for the pass, Eisenman, as Bryston Gehring may have thrown it too soon, and it hit his teammate on the shoulder, but then it's lost out of bounds by Stanley County on the other end for their 12th turnover. And Mobridge-Pollock has it back. A 3-point game, however. It's a tight one, about a minute gone in the third quarter. Cerny in the half circle with a 16-footer that's too long, and Cormac Duffy has the rebound for Stanley County, who is down a 3. They've never led in this game. Duffy out front. Left wing for Prince outside the arc. Lathan missed Titsy, but is able to gain it back for Duffy in the right baseline. Banks hits it. Cormac Duffy's up to 7. It's a 1-point game. 24-23 Mobridge-Pollock, 6:40 third quarter. Zane Reinert, who's having a big game for Mobridge-Pollock. For Eisenman, right foul line extended. Caton for Zane Reinert again. Faked the 3, handed it off to Bryson Gehring, and he brings it back out front. For Eisenman again, 15 to shoot. For Bryson Gehring, jumper from 17 misses. Strand Scott rebounds. Stanley County looks for their first lead of this game. And they go down floor to Cook. Out to Prince with a drive into the lane, right into the middle of the lane. He draws a foul on Bryson Gehring. That's his third and the second team foul. And now Lathan Prince, who just made a couple of free throws, will try to give Stanley County their first lead at the line. He has 2 shots. The first of 2. Good, and it's tied. 24 all. Second time the game's been tied, and out with his third foul comes Bryson Gehring, and Gavin Reinert is back in. Now it's Cook at the line again, or I should say Prince, and he hits both, and now it's the first lead of the game for Stanley County, 25-24, 6 minutes left in the third quarter. This is a 9-1 run for Stanley County to put them into the lead. Reinert's into the left corner. It comes to Eisman. Nice spin move to a triple team, but he lost the ball. Strand Scott swatted it down before he could ever get a shot away, and Stanley County with the lead moves into the front court of the basket to our left. It's Cook on left wing. Out front to Duffy. Hand it to Titsy. Bounce it to Duffy. Oh, off his hands and out of bounds, and Stanley County turns it over again. Kalen McCollum back into the Mobridge-Pollock lineup. He replaces Caden Eisenman. 5 on the floor are McCollum along with Zane Reinert, Braden Gehring, Trace Cerny, and Gavin Reinert. Mobridge-Pollock down a point, 25-24. Stanley County leads, 5:20 in the third quarter. Braden Gehring with a bounce, back out to him. Fake the 3, right foul line extended. His jumper off the rim. Rebound, Nathan Cook for Stanley County. And the Buffaloes into the front court with Duffy on left wing. They never led in this game until just a few moments ago. Prince on the right side. Lathan left wing for Titsy. Just under 5 minutes left in the third. Left baseline, good job by Reinert to cut him off. Back out front to Duffy, now down to 14 to shoot. Long 3 by Cormac, barely hit the rim. And McCollum with a rebound for Mobridge-Pollock. Maybe not the shot they wanted right there. Gavin Reinert, right baseline. Left wing, it is Gehring. Braden Gehring, left of the lane from 14, missed. He gained his own rebound. One dribble, through a double team, walked. So Gehring turns it over after all of that. The 8th turnover on Mobridge-Pollock, and Stanley County has it back with 4:31 left in the third and leading by a point, and a tight one at 25-24. Nordstrom's back into the game, and so is Gavin Irving. And as Gavin came down the right alley, Braden Gehring bumped him for his second foul and the third team foul on Mobridge-Pollock. And here comes Bryson Gehring with 3 fouls, of course, but TJ Knutson needs him on the floor. Braden Gehring sits down. 4:27. Third quarter. 25-24. Stanley County with the lead in the ball. Pass to Cook. Right baseline, too hard and off the rim. Gavin Reinert with a rebound for Mobridge-Pollock. But the ball is dropped and picked up by Cormac Duffy. Bodies fall and a player's still down. Then Irving hit a right wing 3, but Max Foth had called a timeout already, so it doesn't count. 4:07 left in the third quarter, and a tight one. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll take that 30 as well. Stanley County leads Mobridge-Pollock 25-24. Back in 30 seconds. This is high school basketball from DRG Media Group Sports.
He weighs only 22 pounds. He sleeps most of the day, but he has a lot of squeaky toys. And whoo boy does he like to run. If your new puppy or other addition to your family has turned your starter home from cozy to cramped, it might be time to talk to a member of the First Dakota National Bank's home loan team about the competitive rates on our More Room for the Dog to Run loans. Bank yourself at home with First Dakota, because who knew a puggle could take up so much space? Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, as you fans in Mobridge know, it's not that this team can't put points on the board. They put up 87 against Miller. They put up 80. Well, they beat Potter County by 29, and that is a pretty good Potter County basketball team. But Stanley County has held them down so far, 25-24. The Buffaloes lead the Tigers with 4:04 left in the first half, and as Lathan Prince tried to pass it out front, he instead stepped on the baseline, and Stanley County has turned it over for the 14th time in this game. Ashton Fitzer back in the Mobridge-Pollock lineup, replacing Gavin Reinert with 4:04 left in the third. Fitzer brings it to Bryson Gehring, who's playing with 3 fouls, of course. Top of the right wing for Trace Cerny, hands it back to Gehring, Bryson Gehring. Mobridge-Pollock, again slowing it down with a half-court offense. Gehring took a pass from Reinert. Bryson in the half circle for Zane Reinert. Drives right over Cook and missed it. And the rebound came down to Irving, and then he's fouled. And Mobridge-Pollock has gone a little cold with their shooting here in this second half, and that is the third foul on Reinert. Mobridge-Pollock, in fact, hasn't hit a shot in this third quarter yet. They're 0 for 4. They have only 1 point in 4.5 minutes. And Stanley County's gained the lead. Cook out front to Duffy. Left wing Prince. An open three for Lathan. Good! Lathan Prince's first 3 of the game. And Stanley County now has a 28-24 lead. But on the other end, Kayla McCollum drives for a layup from Mobridge-Pollock. 28-26. Now the lead for Stanley County is 2. 2:59 left in the third quarter. Duffy on the right wing to Prince. Oh, he slipped. How did he keep the dribble? He slipped and he kept that right hand dribble somehow. 13 to shoot. It's Duffy out front. Left wing, it's Nordstrom. Pass knocked down, taken away. Great play by Bryson Gehring, who drives for a layup. He made the steal, then he made the layup, and it's tied at 28. The third tie, 2:33 left in the third. Maybe not the neatest played game, but it's a tight one and one that both teams really want late here in the season. Pass went off of Prince's hand, but Lathan is able to pick it up to Cook left of the lane. Nearly lost it. Regained it, however. 13 to shoot as he drives, shoots over Cerny and draws a foul. Fitzer is raising his hand. It's going to be Cook at the line for 2. And it is on Ashton Fitzer of Mobridge-Pollock, his first. And the 15th foul on Mobridge-Pollock. Stanley County has only 1 in this second half. So it's Nathan Cook at the line after a 7-point first half, but he leaves the first one short. Strand Scott, Dason Titsey back in for Stanley County with Gavin Irving and Cormac Duffy coming to Max Fo's bench. Cook will try again to break the tie. That was the first miss at the line for Stanley County tonight, but he hits the second. 29-28, Stanley County in front again. 2:13 left in the third quarter. Mobridge-Pollock basketball. Bryson Gehring using a Cerny screen to the left of the half circle outside the arc. Up top for Fitzer for Zane Reinert. Zane pounds that right-hand dribble. Hands it back for Gehring out front with 1:58 in the third. Now down to 14 to shoot as Cerny moves into the middle of the lane for Gehring for a left corner. Fitzer, drive to the left baseline. Nice reverse and scores. Great drop step by Ashton Fitzer. He has 5. And Mobridge-Pollock leads again. 30-29. 1:40 left in the third quarter. Prince against some pressure, but into the front court now. Second lead change right there. Stanley County trailed until the third quarter of this game. Nordstrom on left baseline live. Drops, steps, puts it in. Nordstrom with a wonderful move. His first 2, and Stanley County leads again at 31-30. 1:16 left in the third. Cerny for Mobridge-Pollock. Out front, Fitzer. Ashton tries a three. He nailed it. Ashton Fitzer with his second made three of the game. He has both of Mobridge-Pollock's made threes. And the Tigers lead again, 33-31 with a minute left in the third quarter. Titsey in the right alley for Stanley County. Left it on the top of the right wing for Prince. 53 seconds in the third of what's become a pretty good one here at Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierre. Scott's lob, eventually made it to Cook after it went through two sets of hands. Then Cook tried to save it and could not. And Cerny took it away from Mobridge-Pollock. Drives through two defenders and puts it in. From the left baseline, Trace Cerny all the way for his third bucket. He has 6. 35-31 Mobridge-Pollock. Shot clock off, 27 seconds left in the third. Prince driving past McCollum. Down low for a right baseline layup by Nathan Cook that's good. 35-33 Mobridge-Pollock. Cook now with 10. 15 seconds in the third. Mobridge-Pollock, let's see if they drain the clock all the way down. Bryston Gehring with 8 seconds. Starts to make a penetration right of the lane. Throws one up and misses. And grabbing that rebound loose on the floor. And it is off of Gehring as it went out of bounds, actually. So give it to Stanley County, 1.4. So that's to come from the other baseline, so they have to throw a long pass here. They can get a shot away, but it'll take the Grant Hill type of play. And it's over the head, and it's knocked away by Cerny, and that ends the third quarter. Anybody's game with 8 minutes left on the the Vision Care Associates and Wagner Auto scoreboard at the end of 3. It's Mobridge-Pollock 35, Stanley County 33. Wagner Auto, the one place to go. What should be a good fourth quarter comes your way in 1 minute. This is high school basketball from DRG Media Group Sports.
Your cancer care should be as unique as you are. At Avera Breast Center, our team of experts create a treatment plan that will work best for your type of cancer, using the latest screening, radiation, and surgical techniques. You also have access to holistic approaches to help with side effects, and a 24/7 call center for answers to your cancer questions when you need them. Learn more at avera.org/breast or by calling 855-697-2592.
Lower your payment with great rates from Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Now is the time to refinance your vehicle with rates as low as 2.49%, plus no payments for 90 days. The same friendly faces and customer service are at their new location, complete with convenient drive-through lane on Garfield Avenue at the Northridge Plaza. Low rates and 90 days, no payments. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Good game in Fort Pierce. The fourth quarter starts. Mobridge-Pollock with a 35-33 lead over Stanley County. I'm David Burrow. Glad to have you with us on Star 99 and KGFX. What will this fourth quarter bring? And a game that's pretty important for both teams. Mobridge-Pollock with the ball first in this final quarter. Bryston Gehring up top. Hands it to Ashton Fitzer. 2 big threes he's hit tonight. He has 8 points off of TJ Knutson's bench. Now Bryston Gehring, right baseline drive and scores. Bryston Gehring just took it to the hole, and he has 6. 37-33 Mobridge-Pollock on the other end. Cook with a left baseline drive, but he left that one short. And Trace Cerny has the rebound from Mobridge-Pollock. All the way in the other end, a layup. Zane Reinert. And Zane's up to 14. And it's a 6-point lead again for Mobridge-Pollock. Good flurry by the Tigers to start the fourth quarter. They're up 39-33. 7:15 left. Prince on the right wing for Titsey. Dason back to Prince. Left wing, Duffy outside the arc to Titsey again. A minute gone in the fourth. Duffy faked the 3, left baseline, two-handed runner, good. Cormac Duffy, good job to keep the ball away from everybody, and he has 9. 39-35 Mobridge-Pollock, 6:50 to go. Trace Cerny out front for Bryston Gehring with 6 points tonight. Right wing, it's Reinert. Zane lost it out of bounds. Turnover on Mobridge-Pollock is their 10th as Braden Gehring comes back in. Trace Cerny comes out. Stanley County makes a substitution too as Strand Scott is out. And Gavin Irving is back in the Buffalo lineup. Stanley County with it, down 3. Nathan Cook on right wing, or down 4, I should say. 39-35 is the score. 6:27 left in the fourth quarter. Lathan Prince stops at the foul line, handed to Cook on the right baseline, double teamed. Oh, he was fouled. The ball had been lost, but before that, a foul as Cook tried to make a right baseline drive, but impeded by the foul, the third on Braden Gehring after he just re-entered the game, and that's team foul number 6 on Mobridge-Pollock. Now Caden Eisman back in as another one of the scorers, and Caden hasn't scored tonight. And Kayla McCollum comes out. All right, so one more foul, common foul, would put Stanley County into the bonus. Lob, right baseline for Cook. Good feed from Gavin Irving, and Cook hits the layup, and he's up to 12. 2-point game again. Mobridge-Pollock 39. Stanley County 37. Pass down low. It's missed by Eisenman, but he follows and scores his first 2. Eisenman had great position, and he does hit the board for the first time tonight. 41-37 Mobridge-Pollock. 5:45 left, leading Stanley County. Cormac Duffy on right wing on the baseline. Turnaround from 10, he's good. Cormac Duffy's second bucket of the fourth quarter. He has 11. 41-39 Mobridge-Pollock, 5.5 minutes left. Bryson Gehring for a drive. Reverse! Beautiful by Zane Reinert and a lay-in. What a play by Zane, and what a game he's having, 16. 43-39 Mobridge-Pollock. Zane Reinert's got some moves. Left baseline. Oh, little finger roll is nifty and good by Lathan Prince. He has 11. 43-41 Mobridge-Pollock. 5:04 left in a good one in Fort Pierre at Parkview Auditorium. Bryson Gehring out front with Cormac Duffy guarding him. Hands it for Eisman. Thought about that 3. Left it for Zane Reinert up top. On the right side for Bryson Gehring. Makes a baseline drive. Titsy nearly took it away. Wild shot misses. And Lathan Prince with a rebound. And now Stanley County can tie or lead this trip. 4:38 left, 43-41. Mobridge-Pollock in the lead. Gavin Irving on right wing. Hands it to Cormac Duffy. 4.5 minutes to play in an excellent game here at Parkview Auditorium. Lost by a deflection there by Braden Gehring, but Duffy picks it up and right on the lane shoots with 8 on the shot clock and draws a foul. Well, there all of a sudden it was in Cormac's hands, and he put it right up. And Caden Eisenman has the foul, and that's his first. And there's team foul number 7, but it's a 2-shot foul anyway, and Duffy's at the line for the first time tonight. He'll try to tie it, and he hits the first. With the next one he can tie it. It's 43-42 Mobridge-Pollock by a point. As Eisenman is out, and Trace Cerny is back in an 11-point-a-game scorer. Eisenman with only 1 bucket tonight. This is the tie-it for Duffy, and he's good. 43 all, the 4th time the game has been tied. 4:17 in the third, and now a turnover on the inbound. As the pass missed connections between Gehring and Ashton Fitzer, and a timeout called by Mobridge-Pollock head coach TJ Knutson, as his team now finds itself in a tie game. Again, 4:17 left in regulation. We'll take 30 here. It's tied at 43, and we're back in 30 seconds with high school basketball from DRG Media Group Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Don't forget, following the game, our Merkel's Foods and Bauman Lumber player of the game. We'll name one for each team. It's still some decisions to be made because we have a 4-minute and 17-second game tied at 43. Irving right-hand scoop misses for Stanley County. And Gavin Reinert, who's back in there, brought in the rebound for Mobridge-Pollock. Tie game at 43. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. Here is a left wing 3. That's good! Gavin Reinert from the left corner. He gained the rebound, then he hit the three, and Mobridge-Pollock leads again, 46-43, 3:45 to go. Lathan Prince for Stanley County. Zone defense now for Mobridge-Pollock. They played man most of the game, but they're in zone now. The pass is too far for Nathan Cook and intercepted by Trace Cerny. 17th Stanley County turnover, their first of this fourth quarter. But Mobridge-Pollock has it back with 3:25 left and a 3-point lead. Reinert on left wing, now to the left baseline, but he threw it over the rim, and Gavin Irving rebounds for Stanley County. Knocked out of bounds as the pass was moved up court by Bryston Gehring. So Stanley County at the timeline, left sideline will inbound. They're in white. As you watch on our live stream at the Star 99 and KGFX pages at the app and at drgnews.com. Mobridge-Pollock in black and orange. Titsy bounce to the right wing. Long three. Prince just short. But Cook has the rebound. Stripped out of his hands. Trace Cerny with an excellent play. After Cook had gained the board, it was just swiped from him by Cerny, and now a travel is called on Mobridge-Pollock. And it's Stanley County ball again. 11th turnover on the Tigers. 2:57 left. Big difference in fouls in this second half. As we told you earlier, it's 7 now for Mobridge-Pollock, so Stanley County's in the bonus. Only one team foul in the second half on Stanley County. And they're shooting better in the second half, Stanley County is too, but they're down 3. Left wing, a Cook 3 to tie it is off the right rim, and Cerny with another big play and the rebound for Mobridge-Pollock. Stanley County now 3 of 12 on threes. Braden Gehring out front for Bryston Gehring. 2:35 left. Mobridge-Pollock with a 3-point lead in the ball. Reinert hands it to Cerny. Trace again for Zane Reinert. And a foul away from the ball as Cormac Duffy. No, actually, Lathan Prince was caught with a little push away from the ball. That's Lathan's third. And that's the second team foul in Stanley County. 3 from the left wing is missing by Gehring, and then trying to save the rebound, not doing so, and instead committing a foul is Gavin Reinert of Mobridge-Pollock. That's his first, and that's team foul number 8. He came down crashing on the back of Dason Titsy, so Dason will have a big 1-and-1 here with 2:22 left. Stanley County with it, down to Mobridge-Pollock 46-43. Buffs have been good at the line. Stanley County 8 of 9. Titsy with a big front end of the 1-and-1, but it missed. Rebound Duffy, layup missed. Cook third chance. This goes. Cormac Duffy on the second follow. And it's 46-45, Mobridge-Pollock with 2:07 left, fourth quarter. Tiger ball, left wing, a 3. Good, Gavin Reinert with his second 3 of the fourth quarter. A big one there for Mobridge-Pollock, whose lead is 4. 49-45, 1:52 to play. Prince, left wing for Gavin Irving. Back to Prince, cross court. 1:45 left. Every possession important now. Prince knocked down. He's fouled. Braden Gehring can't quite believe it because the foul's on him, and that's number 4 on Braden. So he's the first player in the game with 4, and that's the 9th team foul on Mobridge-Pollock. So here's the last 1-and-1. It's for Lathan Prince. Stanley County down 4 at 49-45. The front end is short, and it's rebounded by Zane Reinert. 2 big 1-and-1 misses. And now a foul is called on as Reinert was hacked by Nathan Cook, and that is his first. That's only the 3rd team foul. There's something to think about. Still 3 fouls to give for Stanley County with 96 seconds left, and they're down 4 points. Now they use another foul here. It's Lathan Prince, but that's his 4th. With 1:35 left. So Stanley County has to use 2 more to put Mobridge-Pollock on the line, but they don't want Prince to use any more, obviously. Into the backcourt for Braden Gehring. 49-45, Mobridge-Pollock leads Stanley County and has the ball. 1:28 to go. Zane Reinert. Lob for Gavin Reinert. Back to Zane with 1:20 left. Drive left, baseline, put it in! Zane Reinert, what a game. He has 16. 51-45. He has 18, I should say. 51-45 for Mobridge-Pollock now, and Stanley County wants a 30-second timeout. Why don't we leave it here for this important part of the game? Oh, another big hoop for Zane Reinert, who is playing an excellent game. He's up to 18. He averages 10. Don't forget, we'll name our Merkel's Foods and Bauman Lumber players of the game. Following this game, we'll name one for Mobridge-Pollock. We'll name one for Stanley County. Well, 2 big threes by Gavin Reinert, 3 big buckets by Zane Reinert in this fourth quarter as Mobridge-Pollock tries to hang on and have win number 13 and pretty much assure themselves that they'll finish ahead of Stanley County in the seed points. But again, they're hoping for maybe a falter by Chamberlain and maybe a run at the number 1 spot. But if Mobridge-Pollock wins here tonight, they'd have at least number 2 pretty much locked up, you would think. Here's a bad pass by Stanley County that is taken away by Cerny. 1 minute left. Mobridge-Pollock up 6. Stanley County has to start fouling now. They still have 2 fouls to give. 55 seconds left. Cerny, nope. Prince doesn't want to foul him. Right corner, an open 3. Braden Gehring off the brace of the rim. Tipped and came to Lathan Prince. But 43 seconds remain. Time running out on Stanley County. Down to Duffy on the baseline. Oh, he's fouled. Well, not what Trace Cerny wanted to do there, but Duffy made a good move. Second foul on Trace. That's team foul number 10. So Duffy will have 2 free throws. Chance here for Stanley County with a clock stopped at 39.7 left. Mobridge-Pollock by 6. The first free throw short. Now 3 straight missed free throws by Stanley County as Evan Nordstrom's back into the lineup. Still 51-45 Mobridge-Pollock. 1 more for Duffy. This one's good. 51-46 Mobridge-Pollock. 39.7 left. Stanley County's going to have to foul and then foul again and then foul again. But keeping away is Braden Gehring. Now he's fouled by Nathan Cook. That's number 2, but again, just team foul number 5. So still 1 more to give. So Stanley County's got to foul them twice more now to put them on the line, but they keep it away with Cerny in the right corner. Back to Braden Gehring. Trying to reach in and foul, not doing so now. A jersey tug by Irving on Braden Gehring to make it clear, hey, I want to foul him. So Irving's 4th. 22 and a half left, but again, that's just team foul number 6. Stanley County still has to foul 1 more time. Shot clock off. It's lobbed out front to Gavin Reinert, and he's fouled immediately, but it's by Lathan Prince who fouls out. 11 tonight for Lathan, but that's his last play of the game with 21 and a half seconds to go. Boy, good recognition, too, there by Mobridge-Pollock, as they saw that Prince was guarding Gavin Reinert, and now Gavin with a 1-and-1 that can help put this game away, but he missed it, and it's rebounded by Irving. Still some hope for Stanley County, but they got to score. 16 seconds left. Nordstrom lost the ball, but there to pick it up is Cook. Left wing layup good on the left baseline, and a timeout for Stanley County. And we'll keep it here again with 11 and a half seconds to play. And now it's down to a 3-point Mobridge-Pollock lead at 51-48. Prince has fouled out of the game, but Cook now 14 with that layup. So let's take a moment to reset things here. 51-48 Mobridge-Pollock and the basketball for the Tigers with 11 and a half seconds left. 10 team fouls on Mobridge-Pollock. Stanley County's in the double bonus. 17 fouls on the Buffaloes. The Tigers are in the regular bonus. 2 timeouts now left for Stanley County after Max Foth just called that one. And 3 remaining still for TJ Knudsen and Mobridge-Pollock. If the possession arrow is needed, that arrow points to Stanley County. So another foul will be forthcoming by the Buffaloes, or at least that's what they want if they can't make the steal after Mobridge-Pollock inbounds the ball. Don't forget, Thursday night on Star 99 and KGFX, girls play between these schools. Stanley County and Mobridge-Pollock in Mobridge, and Andy Shoemaker will have that for you around 7:20 on Thursday night. But the Tiger boys trying to come up with what would be a big win for them here. Would be their third in a row, but again, solidify at least second for them in Region 6A with the postseason a little over 2 weeks away. Caden Eisenman, not his night tonight, only one bucket, but he won't care if his team wins. It's into Bryson Gehring, and he's fouled immediately by Cormac Duffy with 9.6 left, the second on Cormac, team foul number 8. But they have to foul and stop that clock. And now it's Bryson Gehring on the foul line. The front end of the 1-and-1 missed a moment ago by Gavin Reinert. Leaves Mobridge-Pollock 5 for 9 at the line. 3-point game, so big front end of the 1-and-1 here for Bryson Gehring. Here it comes. He hit it. 7 for Bryson. That makes it a 2-possession lead for Mobridge-Pollock. 52-48, 9.6 left. Now all of his teammates back off the line. Now they don't have to touch Stanley County probably again. One more. That's long, and it's rebounded by Titsy. But now it's desperate time for Stanley County. And Max Foth, their head coach, wants a timeout, his next to last one. But 6.9 to go, and there's not much Stanley County can do now. Down 52-48. And, well, Mobridge-Pollock survived a rough shooting third quarter in this game. But, boy, if they come up with a big buckets in the fourth quarter of this game, the threes by Gavin Reinert, Zane Reinert continuing just an enormous night for him. Don't forget our Merkel's Foods and Bauman Lumber players of the game. We'll name both of those in our postgame coming up, so stay right here with us. As Mobridge-Pollock tries to hang on and make it 13-3. And have their third win in a row, and that's all since that loss to Dakota Valley. And if you were with us in our pregame, you heard head coach T.J. Knutson say, hey, we got to learn to play at a fast pace. And finally, when this game did get to a faster pace, Mobridge-Pollock did try to slow it down early, but they played well tonight when this game has made it to a faster pace. They did force a lot of Stanley County turnovers early on in this game, too. So out of the timeout, 6.9 left. Really not much Stanley County can do unless a three-point shooter is fouled. And I'm sure you know T.J. Knutson in that timeout said, don't touch him. Whatever shot they take, don't touch him. Don't give him that chance because you know Stanley County has to try a three. Titsy will inbound, looks for Duffy. Here is a right wing three that is short. Rebounded, picked up by Bryson Gehring. He's fouled with 1.8 left. And Mobridge-Pollock is going to go home with a big win. And that is foul number 5 on Gavin Irving. He becomes the second Stanley County player to foul out of the game. Team foul number 9, but it's a 1-and-1. But it's all really academic now because Mobridge-Pollock has this game in hand with 1.8 left and up 4. Jamie Juarez comes in for Stanley County to replace Gavin Irving. A frustrating night for him. So Gehring who has 7. Bryston's back at the foul line. Front end of the 1-and-1. Misses. But then he picked up his own rebound as the game ends. And that's the way it went in the fourth quarter for the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers tonight. They rallied in the fourth quarter after Stanley County had come back to take the lead. But the Tigers come up with a crucial late season win. Our final score on the Vision Care Associates and Wegner Auto scoreboard in Fort Pierre. The Mobridge-Pollock Tigers 52. The Stanley County Buffaloes 48. Mobridge-Pollock improves to 13-3 with the win. Stanley County now 8 wins and 8 losses. By the way, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, they celebrate being a part of the team. They remind you to buckle up every trip, every time. Stay tuned for our postgame. We'll look at the numbers from this game, and we'll also name our Merkel's Foods and Bauman Lumber players of the game. And we'll do that when we return to Fort Pierre in 2 minutes. This is high school basketball from DRG Media Group Sports.
For reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work, call Ferding Electric. Ferding Electric staffs licensed, knowledgeable electricians to help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential or commercial, Ferding Electric knows how to get the job done right. Call Ferding Electric at 224-8684. Stop in at 2903 East Elizabeth, just off the truck bypass. See Ferding.com or find them on Facebook. Ferding Electric, licensed electricians, quality service, and dependable products since 1956.
Hometown spirit, nothing else comes near it. It's the kind of pride that you feel inside, the spirit of our hometown. Hometown spirit, nothing else comes near it.
Hometown spirit. Nothing else comes near it. Owyhee Federal Credit Union. Proud to be your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino, from the App Store or Google Play. It only takes a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Hi, this is Dr. John Rounds of Peer Physical Therapy and Rehab. I want to thank the community for a successful opening of our private practice physical therapy clinic in 2020. We want to help you reach your goals in 2021. Back pain, knee pain, shoulder pain? No problem. Give me a call at 494-0257 so we can help get you back in motion. Medicare and most major insurance is accepted. Remember, you have a choice where you get your physical therapy, so choose Peer PT.
Good game tonight here at Parkview Auditorium, and a very big win for the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers. They picked up their third straight win, take win number 13, and wrap up almost certainly at least second in Region 6 in Class A. The final tonight was Mobridge-Pollock 52, Stanley County 48. And what a night for Zane Reinert as he led Mobridge-Pollock with 18 points, 12 of those in the first half, but had 3 more big buckets in the fourth quarter of this game. Ashton Fitzer, don't forget about the 2 big threes that he hit 2, one in the second quarter and one in the third. Ashton with 8 off the bench. Tyson Gearing with 4 boards. Gavin Reiner with 2 huge fourth quarter threes. And Gavin, those are his 6 points for this game. Trey Cerny had 6. Braden Gehring with 3. Caden Eisman just 2 tonight. Not one of his better games, but again, he won't care. His team came up with this big win. 3 in double figures for Stanley County, led by the 16 points of Cormac Duffy. As, well, he had a pretty big second half. Cormac had 11 of his 16 in the second half. Nathan Cook with 14. He had 5 boards. Lathan Prince with 11 tonight after a little bit of a slow start, 9 in the second half before he fouled out. Also for Stanley County, 3 points for Gavin Irving, 2 for Evan Nordstrom, and 2 for Stran Scott. Well, teams ended up shooting pretty well and were quite good in the second half, in fact. Stanley County, 10 of 18 from the floor in the second half, and Mobridge-Pollock was 12 of 22 for the game. Stanley County ends at 46% on 18 of 39 shooting, 3 of 13 on threes, 9 of 13 at the line, but they missed 3 of their last 4. Mobridge-Pollock up to 49% by the time this one ended, 4 of 13 on threes, 6 of 12 at the foul line. Stanley County had a rebounding advantage of 28-22. Turnovers hurt Stanley County as it turned out in this game. They had 19 and 11 for Mobridge-Pollock, but boy, what a game the Tiger bench played as they had 16 points. A feature that we mentioned, the 6th by Gavin Reinert, 2, and 2 by Kalen McCollum. So TJ Knutson depended on a lot of guys tonight, and they came through for him, just 5 bench points for Stanley County. So it's Mobridge-Pollock's 3rd straight win as they improved to 13-3. Stanley County loses for the 3rd time in 4 games, and they're back to 500 with a record of 8-8. It's a 52-48 Mobridge-Pollock win. Just one more order of business to do tonight, and that's to name are Merkel's Foods and Bauman Lumber players of the game. We'll name one from each team, and we'll do that when we return to Fort Pierre in 30 seconds. This is high school basketball from DRG Media Group Sports.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building material and affordable prices for residential or commercial products can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road in Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
Well, a Bauman Lumber player of the game for the Stanley County Buffaloes, a young man who had a second good game in a row. Cormac Duffy with a really big fourth quarter in this game. He had 9 of the Buffaloes' 13 in the fourth quarter and really kept Stanley County in it, but steady, rebounded well in this game. Cormac Duffy is our Bauman Lumber player of the game. And Merkel's Foods player of the game for the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers. Well, there are several good candidates. How about what Fitzer did off the bench? How about Gavin Reinert with his 2 big threes? But boy, Zane Reinert, quite a player down on the blocks, and he proved that tonight. 3 big fourth quarter buckets, 18 for Zane Reinert, and he is our Merkel's Foods Mobridge-Pollock player of the game. And what was a good one tonight, but again, an important win, as we say for Mobridge-Pollock, as it looks like now they're going to be no worse than second, and that will assure them of a home game in the first week of March in the game for a spot in the Sodak 16, which if they stay in second, it'll be against Stanley County, and the Buffs will have to go up there. But again, they're hoping maybe for a little bit of a stumble by Chamberlain, a chance maybe still to catch the Cubs for first. But it's a big win tonight, and Mobridge-Pollock will no doubt go home very satisfied. All right, some programming notes for you. First, before we do that, let's give you one other score in girls play tonight of interest to fans in the capital city. Pierre Governors in girls play held off Lakota Tech 58-48 at the Riggs High Gym. So Kirk Bebout's team improves to 7-10. They will next play Friday night in Sioux Falls against the Roosevelt Rough Riders in a game that'll be on 1060 107.1 KGFX at 6:30 on Friday night. But before that, on both Star 99 and on KGFX on Thursday evening, it'll be girls basketball between Stanley County and Mobridge-Pollock, and that will be in Mobridge, and Andy Shoemaker will bring you that action. And again, that's around 7:20 or so on Thursday evening on Star 99 and on KGFX. And then on Friday night on Star 99, Andy will make the trip to Winter, where, as we said earlier, both Tiger teams will have their hands full. They'll take on 2 excellent Winter Warrior teams. That coverage will begin at 6 o'clock on Friday evening on Star 99. So that's what's ahead for action this week. And again, Stanley County, their next action comes up on Friday night in Langford against Langford area. And the next Buffalo Boys action on KGFX will be back here at Parkview Auditorium on Monday night for their final home game. It's looking like now of the season, as they will take on the Miller Rustlers. And we'll have that for you around 7:25 on Monday evening on KGFX before North Central in Bowdle rounds out the Stanley County regular season on the 25th of February, a week from Thursday. So that's how it happened tonight. And a good ball game, but Mobridge-Pollock comes away with an important win for them. High school basketball on Star 99 and 1060 107.1 KGFX has been brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Ferding Electric, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Peer Physical Therapy and Rehab, Great Western Bank, Eisman Building Products, West River Telecommunications, Jensen Rock and Sand, Mobridge Regional Hospital and Clinics, Lucky's Gas and More, Doug Heil, your State Farm Insurance agent in Mobridge, Oahe Car Wash, and McClellan Swanson Dental. The video archive of this game will be available shortly at the Star 99 and KGFX pages at drgnews.com and the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo. And that video is brought to you by Bauman Lumber and Wagner Auto. And our video scoreboard brought to you by Sioux Nation in Fort Pierre. And our in-game sponsors include Gas and Goodies, Montana Dakota Utilities, Merkel's Foods, Vision Care Associates, Becky Pottseva State Farm Insurance in Pierre, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre, CHS Midwest Cooperative, Bauman Lumber, and Wagner Auto. Oh, and here's another reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. They remind you that on your way home from the game, don't veer for deer, slow down, and stay alert. Thanks to Athletic Director Bruce Bresee here at Stanley County High School, and thanks also to our studio coordinators Heather and Dave Williams in Pierre and Mary Schreier in Mobridge. I'm David Burrell. Big win for the Mobridge-Pollock Tigers tonight as they hold off the Stanley County Buffaloes, pick up a big 13th win, and probably wrap up no worse than second in Region 6A. The final score one more time on the Vision Care Associates and Wagner Auto scoreboard: Mobridge-Pollock Tigers 52, the Stanley County Buffaloes 48. Thursday night around 7:20, Stanley County Mobridge-Pollock girls action from Mobridge with Andy. Until then, thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. Good night from Fort Pierre. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, 1060 KGFX Pierre. Rebroadcasting on